Hey there folks, it's Bobo the Vulture, and would you look at that? Up here in the top right corner, maybe you can't see it because your screen is really small, or this video is kind of weird because of whatever the settings of my monitor, who knows? Anyways, this is a 4-digit number is the important thing, my subscriber count. It's 1006, which means I've passed 1000 subscribers. Yay! Woohoo! Oh, by the way, my channel's been switched to the new design. That probably happened several months ago. I'm pretty sure everybody's converted several months ago, didn't it? Anyways, I got congratulations on reaching 1,000 subs, dude. 2 days ago. So it must have been 2 days ago. But anyways, ordinarily, to mark occasions like this, I play some fairly simple game that doesn't require a great amount of reaction time from me, so that I can sort of muse about what's going on in the world of the channel and that sort of thing. Actually tried to do that with several games earlier tonight, and it didn't work. I kept getting engrossed in the games. I was picking action games, I think was part of the problem. I thought they were simple enough action games like Pac-Man or something like that, that I would be able to then sort of, you know, use my higher brain functions to discuss what's going on in the world of LP and that sort of thing. And I couldn't do it. So right now pretty much I've just got my browser up and you're looking at my screen. You may see down at the bottom left, Win DVD Recorder. I did some recording earlier tonight that I'll be, you know, doing all the proper editing and mashing up with and figuring out to get ready for viewer consumption later. But yeah, I couldn't think of a good game. I mean, I suppose I could play Dice Wars again or something, but you've seen Dice Wars, surely. Surely you have seen Dice Wars, and don't call me Shirley. But yeah. It's great, of course, to have more and more people watching the videos, as it seems like is actually happening. I know that sort of, you know, just by virtue of people that subscribe to everyone and everything, you'll eventually, you know, have your subscriber count grow. But it does seem like more people are watching my videos. I have, oh geez, I have 250,000 video views now over there. 230,951 video views. People have watched out of all of the videos that I have, which, you know, granted is probably 600-700 at this point. I don't know. I suppose there'd be a way to find out, wouldn't there? My videos, I could go through Video Manager. That would tell me how many videos I have in total. Wow, 889 videos, so never mind, I almost have 1,000 videos. Okay, not quite, almost 1,000. I have to upload another 100 videos. I'm not going to do that within, you know, the next month or two. So never mind, folks. I do not have a sort of 1-to-1 ratio between number of videos uploaded and number of subscribers at this point. But either way, but yeah, like it, you know, like within a day or so, some of these, I guess, more interesting videos, the Let's Play Togethers videos of Family Feud. Family Feud, I don't care what anybody says. I mean, it's game tech. It's not a complicated game. It's not a game that requires lightning fast reactions or anything. Family Feud's a fun game to sit down and play with people. But yeah, the Steambot Chronicles videos not gaining like huge viewership every day, but I mean, I've kind of played the whole game out. I'm still just sort of like tying up some of the loose subquest ends, and of course a lot of those so far haven't gone very well, have they? The way that they turn out. Hollywood Squares got a lot of attention. That was very nice. Final Fight, yeah, been folks may have noticed, I've done a lot of Let's Play Together recently with Smash. Just because that, you know, like, the time that I've had available for recording is, time when she's been around. She's felt like, joining me on these, video game adventures. So that's been good, because people like Let's Play Togethers, I think. It adds to the sort of, social feel of Let's Play videos, which themselves are sort of supposed to hearken to that feeling that you might have had as a child, or, you know, heck, as a college student, or whenever it was that you would sit around and play games with your friends. You know, whether you were doing that in the dorms with your roommate, or you were a kid doing that with your sibling. Or maybe you did both of those things. Maybe you did all those things. Maybe you're a grown person playing video games socially with other people now. I don't know anybody like that. Anyways. But it's been a fun experience, and y'all seem to enjoy it because you continue to watch and subscribe, and I still get comments on things, and it's been great. I tell you what, 1,000 subscribers actually kind of snuck up on me. I blame... Ooh. Dropped my mouse there. I blame the new channel design, but I honestly don't notice my subscriber count anymore. It's in sort of dark gray against a darker gray box. And it's sort of just, you know, up tinily in this corner. You know, the old design, there used to be, like, you had a little area where it listed who your subscribers were. Subscribers. I suppose I can click on this thing now and it'll show me who they are, but it doesn't show up as a standard thing. I mean, I suppose I could see whether or not there's a way to, like, you know, sort of fuster around on my, channel here to make them appear, but it's not something that, like, just sort of occurs to you. So it kind of snuck up on me. I sort of had things in the back of my mind, just things that might be fun to do as a 1,000 subscriber special. Although most of them were just, these are the ideas that I want to do for maybe my next Let's Play, and those will all, you know, probably end up happening around the time that I have a new, you know, like I have a new Let's Play to start, because I haven't been able to put out any videos of Tenchu in a while recently. But yeah, the going Let's Plays I have right now, this will be a time capsule for anybody that comes across these videos in the future. But I have the sort of after-game sandboxing of Steambot Chronicles that's going on right now. Have some of that actually in the hopper here that is being processed. So that's going. I have Tenchu Stealth Assassins. That is also going on right now. I haven't been able to record that in a little while. The last time I did record it, let's just say the next mission that I haven't uploaded yet is tricky. I already have at least 1 hour plus, like, video of nothing but failure at the next level that I'll upload eventually. I'd like to actually record myself doing all of the missions successfully and be able to upload those, and then just sort of like tack on all of the additional failure maybe at the end for people that, you know, because people that actually want to see the game go played through. Maybe just non-stop failure is kind of annoying for them in the middle, you know what I mean? I'll probably do probably eventually end up setting up a separate playlist of videos that are nothing but failure. I already have several of those in the Let's Play Together with Red Super Mario Advance 4, aka Super Mario Brothers 3. I believe Red and I failed separately on the you know, World 8 Fortress and Bowser's Castle for a long time, and then for a short time we both failed on Bowser's Castle. So yeah, I already have lots of material to put in a playlist like that. Also, I'm finding that I might have more material to put in a list like that in general, because I'm doing a lot more recording off of console lately. I just find it easier to do. For one, like, I mean, it's sort of more quote-unquote legit. Like, you know, if I'm recording a game off an emulator, somebody's like, "Hey, what are you doing? You got that game?" Like, you know, you can't actually. But if I'm recording it, and I'm looking at the actual physical cartridge as I play the game, then what are you gonna do? Well, I mean, I can't look at the disc for, you know, games that are little disc players or whatever. Oh, before I go farther off on that tangent, I should make note. Let's Watch Red Play Legend of Dragoon hasn't been recorded in a very long time, which is why there haven't been videos that have come out in a very long time. My schedule and Red's schedule have not lined up very well. We used to have like one day a week, or one evening a week, that we would try and sit down and do a little bit of recording, but just like one or the other of us has not been around for, you know, that time. Plus my weekends are more busy these days, due to some, you know, non-YouTube Let's Playing funsies. That and my best friends just had a baby, so, you know, actually going and seeing how they're doing. But no, for the fans of Let's Watch Red Play Legend of Dragoon, it's not gone, it's not cancelled, it's just had to have been on a very long break. We're sort of, as soon as we get back, it'll be fun, because I think the first thing that we're going to do when we get back is, I believe we just gotten through the Valley of Corrupted Gravity, and we're about to come up to a big boss. So that'll be a good introduction back. For, you know, for a challenge. But yeah, no, the other thing that is meaning that I'm recording a lot of more stuff off console lately is this gorgeous beast here. I think the first thing I recorded with it, and I'm still getting the hang of it, because the actual picture setting that comes out, it looks fine on my TV, but my recording software picks it up differently, which is kind of weird. I've been having to fine-tune that lately, but pretty much all the Nintendo and Super Nintendo Let's Plays that I've done lately, Super Mario Kart, Contra, Hollywood Squares, and Family Feud, so I guess most of the LP togethers I've done with Smash have been using, this is not my actual one, but this is essentially the same sort of plastic tray and the same color set that mine came in. My best friends, the ones who just had a baby actually, got me this for my birthday, and honestly, I'm more excited about it than I really should have any reason to be. This has been like the most exciting new game purchase arrival thing for me in, you know, probably a number of years when I think about it. I want to say maybe as far back as roughly around the time that I got a PS3, which was pretty awesome. Don't get me wrong. I use that PS3 very regularly now for all of my PlayStation playing needs. But yeah, I don't think, like, pictures don't do justice as to how ridiculously friggin' tiny this thing is. That is a Super Nintendo cartridge slot, and that is a regular Nintendo cartridge slot. The console itself probably has approximately the same footprint as a GameCube. but is maybe only 2 inches tall. It's ridiculous how tiny it is. Which isn't... Oh, sorry about that. Which isn't, like, one of the reasons it's the most awesome thing ever. But, and also, for me, it's kind of, like, I had been waffling for a long time about whether or not to, like, actually start going back and, like, maybe collecting old games. Because it's... I mean, you don't have... Like, you have to figure out a place to have room for them and that sort of thing, but with the exception of certain rare titles, it's not like old games are super expensive. Like, I recently went to a used game store and nearby here, and picked up maybe... It was probably about like somewhere between 25 and 30 games for, I want to say, $50, maybe 60. Yeah, something like that. I mean, no, that's probably not right. It averaged out to being somewhere around between, like, approximately $3 a game, I think. Yeah, whatever it was. I'm sure I'm doing all the math terribly wrong, but, and I mean, they're not all super high quality games. I mean, like Hollywood Squares and Family Feud were among them, but, and they're all pretty good ones. I mean, most of them aren't like super well recognized or super popular titles, but they're all ones that I like, and maybe one of these days, if I can get the hang of playing any of them again, I might do. You know, and recording them off of an actual console. So that would be nice. What are some of the ones I got there? I got Styanax, which was a kind of neat platformer. One of those old Nintendo ones that had cinematics. Mission Impossible. The Ultra Games version. Fun game, but like I would always there's one boss that I would always get up to and always die at. But other than that, that was a really interesting and really fun game. Solar Jetman, that's another awesome one I picked up. RC Pro-Am. Yeah, I mean, it was a pretty good haul, really. Rescue the Embassy Mission, which I'd never actually played, but like it was Techneon X, or Techneon, did an LP of that. Jeez, I guess it's been years ago now, because it seems like he's sort of not doing LPs so much anymore. But, I just thought it was, I thought it was a hilarious Let's Play, and it seemed like an interesting sort of game, too, so. But, yeah, so that's going on. I was actually thinking about, since I kind of want to start a collection, trying to ask... I was vaguely had this notion that maybe I could ask subscribers to, like, if they wanted me to LP a game, like, send me the physical game, and then I would LP it and add it to my collection. But, for one, that's asking an awful lot of subscribers to, like, start mailing me merchandise. And for two, I'd have to give up my mailing address. I'm not sure that I want the internet to know my street address. And getting a P.O. box, the cost of a P.O. box for just that, honestly, I'd probably save money by just going and buying all the games myself. So, sort of a half-baked concept, but, you know. I don't know. It's still fun to just be able to play the things and start a little collection. It's good. But, yeah. This was supposed to... Yeah, this is basically... Yeah, I guess I've sort of just been rambling on for a while, but, this was just sort of to, note that, I got 1,000 subscribers. The channel seems to be going along nicely. I have a couple of really good ideas for Let's Plays. I have, like, basically two that I would like to do. I mean, I have lots of LPs that I would like to do, and actually, a couple that won't be able to do right away, but in the near future, have some pretty exciting LP possibilities that I think not only I will enjoy, but I think that the viewers will take a certain amount of joy in too. But as far as just stuff that I could start up right now, if I didn't want to just have, you know, not have too many sort of games going at the same time, I have two of my favorite all-time games. Probably, maybe they would both be in my top 5, although one of them, it might be like another game in the same series or something like that, but you know, you don't want to like some game series you don't want to just like jump in the middle of. But anyways, that's stuff that I might do. I'm wondering whether or not to put it to a vote which one that I do, or maybe I'll probably just end up just starting both of them once I finish up Tenchu and the Steambot Chronicles post-game stuff, because then I'll have 2 available slots on my Let's Play roster. Woo, roster! But what else do I have coming out soon? I've recorded a couple more little short Let's Play togethers with Smash that I'll probably be putting up on the channel in the coming days and weeks. Mysterious JG had thrown out the idea to me of, as a 1,000 subscriber special, how about you do a Q&A? Which I thought was kind of weird, because he doesn't really stand to profit that much from it, because, you know, he can ask me whatever. I mean, like, we're in contact. He asks me questions regularly. There'll be things like, do you need any more video descriptions for the files that I'm uploading on this FTP site so that you can put them up on my, you know, channel or whatever. So we're in contact. You know, if he needs to know something about me, chances are he already knows it, but if he doesn't, he knows where to find me. But maybe he was throwing out the idea of a Q&A just because it seems like a 1,000 subscriber-y thing to do. And I mean, I'd entertain the idea, but if there wasn't like a huge interest in it, probably would just, you know, wait around, maybe do it some other time. But I mean, if a lot of people have a lot of questions, then that's fine, I'll do it. I mean, admittedly, if people have, I mean, it's possible that people have sent me PMs in the past asking me questions, and usually I try and respond to people, I try and get back to people, but I'm not always the best at it. I'm not always the most disciplined about, you know, corresponding with people diligently and diligently and whatever. So, yeah. But either way, folks, there's not a whole lot else I guess I really had to say. Just sort of rambling on for a while, and hopefully if you enjoy the tones of my voice, dulcet as they are, you will have enjoyed this little 1,000 subscriber ramble. What else is going on with the channel right now? I got like, basically at this point I have a backlog of stuff that I wouldn't mind LPing, and just like maybe only half of the time when I get home at the end of the day do I feel like actually like firing up an LP to sort of start recording something, which means that maybe you don't get all the and honestly, like, at this point I'm spending, you know, I'm not spending as much time as I might used to have actually watching other people's Let's Plays. That's a terrible crime. My gosh, I mean, there's stuff going on. I mean, it's okay. I mean, I'm not trying to complain about not having enough time to participate in the Let's Play community, but you know, it's an issue, man. It's a real thing. But either way, folks, this has been Bobo the Vulture. I can't think of very much else that I've got to ramble on about. But as I still have this picture of a retro duo up, even though I haven't been talking about it in a while. I mean, it is a lot of fun. Hopefully, your enjoyment of any of the things that I've recorded off of the Retro Duo, as opposed to just doing a screen capture of an emulator or something like that, hasn't. I hope that any like difference in like visual quality or audio quality or whatever hasn't detracted too much from the experience of taking in the Let's Play. But it's just a nicer experience to actually do the recording that way. Anyhow, folks, this is Bobo the Vulture. This has been, I guess, the 1,000 subscriber recognition ramble. If there is anything that you would like me to do as a special, I mean, go ahead and comment on this and let me know. If everybody says, I want you to do a Q&A, or I want you to let's play some game, and it's a game that I actually would let's play. I mean, if everybody's like, you should play I Want to Be the Guy, I almost don't feel like it's worth going and finding the game, because it's not like I'm gonna enjoy it or get very far in it. But if anybody has like a specific idea of a thing that they want, you know, if you want me to sing old jazz standards or something, I don't know that many of those really. I'm not gonna do dance for you. Not on the channel. That's not what I do here. But if you had something that you wanted to see for a 1,000 subscriber special, you know, you can always pitch it. See whether or not it goes. So you can do that if you want, or if not, just take this as my my acknowledgement of this subscription milestone, and just wanting to let you all know that I do appreciate people watching, people commenting, people being involved. So thanks very much, as ever, and I will see you in the future. Bye now.